do this. Kiss My Ass by Big Al Story. I drive past this leafy green park every morning, but today I stop. I need a crap. G'day, Big Al Story here. I have started to record some of my stories that I've written. The first one that I decided to record is about 50 to 60,000 words long. It's really serious, got all these like interwoven themes, all this sort of stuff. And it wasn't until I heard my own voice back that I was like, I really need to work on my ability to read my own material. So I put that on hold for a little bit, and I've got heaps of stories. This one, it can't fail. I guess it's toilet humour. It's about going to the toilet in a park in suburbia. It's a short one, and I'm basically trying to get my reading to be more entertaining. I'm a bit of a monotonous guy, so hopefully it's not monotonous. Content's definitely not. So give us a like and a share and all that sort of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. Check out this shit, yo. Today, I stop. I need a crap. The toilet block is cheeky. It doesn't hide in the back behind the huge trees. It sits right between the tables and the swings. Its modern architecture looks straight at me and says, "This facility is not for pooing." It's a weekday, so there's only one family in the park. And when I say family, I mean there's a mother pushing a pram and her only daughter is walking beside it. They walk between me and the toilet block. If the mother was going to say something, she'd probably say, "Don't talk to strange men in the park, darling." The little girl makes eye contact with me, and I'm pretty sure she says, "This facility is not for pooing, Mr. Man." The mind games continue when I look back at the toilet block. Two big shiny padlocks that are built into the door swing in place. Is it really locked? My hand reaches for the clean door handle. It's open. Like the bald spot on an aging man's head, it seems the floor is lovingly wet down every morning. Between the shiny grey concrete and the corrugated tin wall, there is a gap in the architecture. I guess it allows both the smell and the water to get out and the air to get in. This facility actually smells better than my toilet at home. I stand in the middle of the facility whose architecture is evidently not designed for pooing, and on the opposite wall is a bright yellow box that reminds me, this facility is not for pooing, it's for booting up drugs. Most of the graffiti scratched into the mirror is impossible to read, but the big dick and balls and the scattered phone numbers convince me that this facility definitely caters for dirty sex. I'm distracted by a distorted image of my face in the buckled mirror. It's busy witnessing the lurid sexual acts that have taken place right here inside the architecture of these four walls. I look past my own reflection. There's a creamy white change table folded up vertically. More graffiti has been carefully melted into the plastic. As I turn around, I tilt my head and try to decipher what it says. It is completely illegible, but I read it as being something about not changing pooey nappies in this facility. If I needed more evidence that this facility is not for pooing, I find it on the toilet seat. There isn't one. The stainless steel rim holds drops of what I think is water. Surely that's what it is. Must be from this morning's routine hosing. Must be. As I get closer, the toilet bowl mocks me. "You're not really serious, are you? Didn't you hear? This facility is not for..." "Oh, you've heard that." "You won't do it. Can't you hear the cars? There are people listening to local radio in the confines of their speeding vehicles just metres from us. Can't you hear that leaf blower?" The first thing I checked when I entered the room was the toilet paper. It wasn't very convincing, but it was there. Like a keen lab rat, I ravage at the dispenser, one thin sheet at a time. I wipe the rim. I paper the lake. "You won't do it. You'll regret it. This is wrong. Think of the children." My bare cheeks closed the distance on the freezing cold steel. Boom, ba, blah, I have absolutely nothing left. I could make a quick getaway right now, but I choose to relax, right here in the middle of suburbia. The toilet's muffled protests compete with the tinny audio of my phone. I smile as I consume more and more useless videos. The cold metal yields and is now just below body temperature. A cool breeze blows up from the gap near the floor. Quite enjoyable, really. The flush echoes a disapproving objection through the facility and beyond. I use my wet hands to open the door and I exit. The heavy door smashes shut behind me. I turn to look at the modern architecture. Like all crazy men in all leafy green parks, my thoughts are audible. This facility is not for pooing. Kiss my ass. And that is my story about going to the toilet in the park. feedback welcome on the content or the how I read it. It's harder than you would think to read a story. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to Big Al Story on YouTube and Facebook.